And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Kasari, and welcome back to Industrial Rotation. Yay! Okay. What are we working on today? Well, I'm kind of showing something off. So I've redone my power system. All right. We're now using 2 advanced steam turbines. All right. And those are then piping into a medium voltage battery buffer. All right. And these use more steam. All right. And if we look at the advanced steam turbine, voltage out 128. I changed fuel efficiency on all the turbines to 100% because, long story. All right, so this is going to produce 128, a 128 packet per tick, okay? And then that packet is going to go into my medium voltage battery buffer, all right? Then that goes into a medium voltage transformer, which is actually transforming up, all right? You can see up there, solid circle transforming up, all right? It then outputs into the silver cable, which has a 1 EU per block packet loss, and then it gets down transformed to the low voltage battery buffers, and also goes upstairs to power my other systems. All right, and you can see these guys are running right now, and we're gaining power in that thing. Awesome. I changed those up to industrial steam engines. Nice. Okay. So, yes, and I think we may have enough steam in here. Maybe. Yep, we're keeping steam pretty darn full. That's nice to see. And you can see a medium voltage transformer into a medium voltage battery buffer into my Gregtech machine. Awesome. All right. That's great to see. Now let's see if we have any more aluminum dust to cook up. Not really. All right. That's fine. That's fine. We burned through a lot of aluminum today building a lot of this machinery. You can see we have a reinforced portable tank that can actually output into this thing. So let me show you how that actually works. We also had some explosions going on because I forgot that machine can only accept medium voltage, not high voltage. Okay, so let's take a where am I and who am I? I'm over here. Okay. So let's go in here. We're going to pull some iron out. And what we're going to do is we're just going to chunk the iron into this thing. Iron goes in here. And we're going to give this guy a good old-fashioned whack with our Yeta wrench. Okay? And he's going to bleed out all of that oxygen into there, which is then going to go into the electric blast furnace, which is going to cook up. Beautiful, right? Right. Now, in theory, we're only using 1 packet of MV power here. All right, we're having some packet loss, but it looks like our steam's holding pretty steady. And let's see how our turbines are doing on steam as well. Yeah, they need more steam. All right. So what that basically tells me is we're not sending enough steam through this line. So what we can do is we can come in here, we can pop this thing off. There we go. And that's still holding pretty stable. All right, well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Now, I didn't have to use the huge steel pipes for this because I finally figured out how to convert back and forth between liters and Minecraft buckets. 1 liter, or rather 1 Minecraft bucket is 10 liters. All right, so keep that in mind. 1 to 10. All right, so when this says on these steel fluid pipes, it can transfer 4,800 liters per second, it can transfer 480 millibuckets per second, which then resolves down per tick. Okay? All right. So, yeah, you have to watch out for that. And actually, that may not be enough then, because I forgot it's per second, not per tick. All right, well, it'll work fine for just this moment. I may have to redesign that entire system again. Great. All right, but for right now, we're actually looking at reprocessing a lot of the stuff that we have in here. So if we look up cable, you can see we have more tin cable than we really know what to do with. The 1X, we can process that back down too. And the 1X silver we'll keep, and that needs to get processed back down. All right, the annealed copper can stay, the annealed copper can stay, and the tin is what we're reprocessing back down. All right. We also have these low voltage battery buffers and transformers that we need to take care of. We also need to hook up all of that machinery over there. So let's take a look at how we can do that. Well, we have plenty of tin wire, but that's not what we need. We need silver wire, all right? So let's do this. We'll get 16. Actually, you know what? Let's just get 32 so we'll have a full stack of silver wire. So let's do that. And we'll just chunk it into our wire mill. And hopefully we have enough power in the wire mill to actually make this work. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing today is just hooking up that part of our system. All right. Which is why we have our low voltage transformer, MV to LV. And we're also going to need a medium voltage transformer to boot. Right? because it's important to remember that the silver wire is actually carrying HV, or high voltage cable. All right, so that's wicked important for us to remember. If we don't remember that, we're going to wind up in a whole mess of trouble as time goes forward. All right, because stuff will blow up. It will blow up. Just don't even question it. It will blow up. All right, and that also gives us something to do with the battery buffer. Man, why am I going this way again? With these battery buffers, because battery buffers can be connected in serial or in parallel. Okay, now serial means that they're kind of connected nose to tail. All right, so let's get ourselves a battery buffer. I think there's one downstairs somewhere. We should have some more sitting downstairs around here. Yeah, there we go. And we'll pull you. And if I have some wire steps, we can get rid of this 2x tin cable. Now, the eventual goal is to have 4 of these advanced steam turbines. So it'll be going into the battery buffer, right? That'll be converting it to 4. You can see this guy's slowly losing power because we're not getting enough steam into these. That would be why, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, because the steam line's just dry. And these guys are first in line, so they're actually getting most of the steam. Well, I'll have to do some maths and figure that out. Because the 2 to 1's easy, and then I have to figure out the 10 conversion's easy, and then I have to figure out the per second versus per tick. We may actually end up having to use full size whatever on that. That's going to be a pain in the neck. All right. Well, we're getting a lot of steel, so that's good. Okay, so what was I just doing? Right, low voltage battery buffer. Yeah, we got 2 of those, and let's come into here. We can drop all this wire off and cabling and all this sort of crap. We got our low voltage transformers, and we need to make a... Yeah, so we'll go to medium, and then, so we'll need some annealed. Yeah, okay. This is going to be a pain in the neck to do. So I can either do this or I can do this. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll do the easy way, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's probably the best way of doing it. All right. We'll keep it up as MV. Yeah. We'll switch it down. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll open up this guy. We got some silver wire here. We need some more annealed copper. All right. Because what we're going to do is convert down to MV. Blast furnace? Okay. We have 18. It's not going to be enough. Okay. I just had to do the math in my head there and say, no, that's not going to work. Oh, fine. It's not going to work. We have to do it this way. We have to get that oxygen. Do that. I was going to use that for making steel, but okay. That's neither here nor there. How much do I have left in here? 14. All right, so let's pull this out. Let's drop this in, and we'll get some more of that eventually. But we got some more steel, and you can see how quickly that steel cooks up in this machine, which is pretty good for us, right? Right. Okay, so we got this going. How's this doing? That's doing great. How's this guy doing? That's doing great. Coal coke, and let's throw some more coal coke into here. Beautiful. 16 steel ingots. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so we have all this stuff running now. That's good. So what we're going to have to do is come back in a few minutes once I have some more annealed wire. Well, no, we don't really need to. We can start crafting the transformers. Yeah, because I'm going to keep that up at yeah, because that way I don't have to craft 2 different MV transformers. Okay. That's good. That's fine, and that's dandy. Basic assembling machine, please. MV machine casing. That's so nice to have. That is just so, so nice to have. Okay, and then we just need some... Oh, gosh. What is MV cable, huh? Copper. MV machine hull. And if I remember the recipe correctly, we're going to need some gold. and then some copper. There we go. So now this one's converting from HV down to MV. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now the thing to remember is how much power we're actually shoving through this network here. Okay, that's really the important thing we're trying to keep in mind here. This is tin cable, which why do I have tin? Oh, right, because I was doing it that way. All right, so let's pull those. We have a low voltage battery buffer and a low voltage battery buffer. This leaves me with a bit of a space concern in here. So what we'll do is we'll just widen this room out a little bit. Okay, good. Let's call this all good enough for government work. How about that? All right, because what needs to happen is the cable comes in. Okay. I've been kind of in this mode of like, just stick stuff places because inventory. Okay. So let's go back upstairs and let's get ourselves everything we need. Because I want to show you guys how transformers work in Gregtech, because it's a little different from IC2. Not much, just a little bit, but it's enough different that I don't want you guys getting confused. So what we're also going to do is come over to this unpackager, and we're just going to chuck in this stuff. What the unpackager does is it actually takes apart these cables, so you can actually recover the different materials you've used. Okay, so we can kind of unpackage these and tear them down and do whatever we need to do. And as you can see, we actually get our rubber sheeting back. So we'll put that in. We'll grab this thing. We'll shove it up there. That's not what we wanted. And we'll shove this in there too. Okay. And that leaves us with enough to get this, at least some rubber to do this. All right. So why waste materials when you could just reuse them, right? Right. So we're just going to drop down to here, and we're going to start running this cable. Now that's interesting because I need to figure out where the heck the cable is going to come up from. Not the easiest thing to figure out, apparently. All right, so we can run it over from here, I guess. Now, it's important to make sure we don't accidentally hit anything else during this. Because I'd rather not blow up half my base again. Okay, good. So we can come up through here. Let's come over, into here, and we're out of cabling already. All right. Right, because that then goes up there. Okay, good. Yeah, just that moment where you're like, how am I building this? Yeah, well, you guys know the feeling, right? Right. Rubber. We don't have any more rubber sheeting, apparently. That is unfortunate. The other thing to remember is that that entire machine shop right now is actually running on backup power. All right, it's running on its internal battery buffers. So I just want to make sure that we don't, kill something. Yeah, see? Well, we got 26 more. Okay, so that should be fine. So let's get that, and this, and there we go. Okay. Yeah, 26 more. Huh. All right, well, let's also cook some of this stuff up. Compared to the rest of my base, that doesn't use very much power, but it still uses power. Okay, so we're going to come down here. And this is, of course, messy wiring, but, well, you know what we can also do? We can bring it through here, I guess. Yeah, we can do this. Okay. Oops. Oh, that's not really what I wanted. There we go. I know, by the way, that some people have complained about Gregtech. Come on, where is my shovel? Shovel. There we go. Some people have complained about how Gregtech is doing things with all of this sort of stuff. Honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. How Gregtech cables are full blocks. I actually like it for a variety of reasons, having come from other games where that, or other mods where that wasn't true. And I'd much rather deal with the full block Gregtech wires than deal with half block wires that get you trapped. And that's really a personal preference issue, but oops, there we go. I mean, that's really personal preference, but you guys can probably understand why it's like, it's easier just to move around my base like this rather than, you know, having to run around like a madman. So the thing to also remember with all this is that these wires, we're not eliminating the loss on these. We're just reducing it, all right? So what we'll do here is we're going to go, there we go, medium voltage transformer, and we're going to stick him in right. This is going to be a clusterfuck. Pardon my French, but this is going to be a pain in the neck. Okay, so we're going to stick him in right here, I guess. All right, so he's in down conversion mode. So let's come up and over. And then let's get our wrench out. So he's now down converting. Good. So we'll get our low voltage transformer. We'll put him in here. So now we have MV going on, all right? You can see, yeah, okay. So we'll wrench him over, and then we'll come down here with another low voltage transformer, and we'll put, let's just make sure, yeah, okay, it's a 4X. And then we'll wrench him over, okay? And now we need to go to annealed copper wire, right? Right. So that's going to mean a bit more crafting, unfortunately. Well, let's check the blast furnace. The blast furnace may be done, which I hope it's done. Let's drop down and let's take a look. So basically, remember, you have to step down each voltage system as you go, all right? And if you don't, and I'm getting lost in my own base, and if you don't, you will have explosions, and it'll wipe out everything on the line pretty much until the next transformer. So you can see here, okay, so that's backed up to full operating capacity. Okay, that's good to see. And how's this guy doing? We have 14 copper ingots in there. Awesome. That should be enough to make a couple cables. So, right, what we're basically doing here with this is we're trying to reduce the amount of power loss we're suffering. And I think I've explained in a previous video how we're doing that, by stepping up the power. So if you think about it, every step in power is 4 amps, right? So from 32, from LV, right, which is 32, up to MV, which is 128, there are 4 packets to make that up. So, because it goes 32 times 2 is 64, times 2 is 128, so 4. So, but if we sent 4 packets through one of these one-loss cable lines, we'd end up with a bunch of EU loss, because that EU loss would be calculated on each amp or each packet that we send through. But by transforming it up to go to higher voltage, what we're actually doing is we're saying, okay, well, that's great. We understand that. But we're going to turn those 4 packets into 1 packet, so you're only going to calculate the power loss on 1 packet. Okay? So that's how we're doing this. It's kind of gaming it, or cheating, but it's cheating in a realistic way that we use all the time in the real world. If you notice, you actually, when you send power places, you send power at very, 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 very high voltages. All right? I forget what the voltage is on like the big long distance power lines, but it's pretty extreme. All right? It's a pretty high voltage. Now, we're going to accept some more power loss when we go down to MV again. Do we want to do that? Do we want to? Well, okay, we'll do it for right now because I don't think I have any more aluminum laying around. I think that's the biggest issue. Yeah, we don't have any more aluminum. So if we look up dusts, however, we should... Oh, that's copper. We look for something that has aluminum in it. Lapis dust does 12A LC and NaCl LFE. Lazurite. Lazurite's what has it in there. Okay. And then lazurite, if I pull that out and take a good all long look at it, how much lazurite do I need to process in the electrolyzer? I need 14 of it. Okay. So what we could do is we could go mining some lazurite, which I may do off camera later this afternoon. That actually doesn't sound like a terrible idea. All right, so you're done. Maybe also be out of power, too. So let's do this. We have more silver cable. Okay, so here's what I'll do then. Yeah, let's hook this up this way for right now, and then we'll switch up once we have some more aluminum. Because what I'm going to do eventually is put one MV transformer right in here, and then have it split to the 2 LV transformers. All right, so that way it'll be a bit more power sensitive. Okay, so we're going to use a annealed copper cable. These should connect through. And let me just make sure that they're actually charging. These battery buffers should be fairly low. Or they're completely full already. Okay. Well, that works too. Apparently it charged up faster than I thought it would. So if I break this one, I should be able to see this guy. Okay, good. There we go. And now if I connect the silver cable to right there, we should see this guy should start gaining in power. Right? You're connected. Yep, there we go. We're gaining power. Good. Okay. Am I using silver? Oopsies. Didn't want to do that. I wanted to use a annealed copper cable. Silver cable. Okay. Yeah, so I only screwed up once or twice. Well, you know what? We'll just leave that as silver. All right, so we can go down, and then we could just come straight. We want to go. So here's what we'll do. We'll put this down the ground. I told you guys about this the last episode. If you put a plate on this down the ground, and then you wire break it up, and then you put it back in up here, the plate stays on it. And it stays on the direction you want it to be on. So that's good because that gives us a little bit more leeway in how we do things. And if I had a medium voltage battery buffer, I would totally be using that right here. Nope. No medium voltage battery buffer. Okay. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. All right. So we'll just connect these up. The old-fashioned way. Like that. Perfect. Okay, so we have a low voltage transformer to a low voltage battery buffer. Low voltage battery buffers. Good. Good. These guys should all be charged up. Awesome. We'll put this block back. And now we have these 2 low voltage battery buffers that we don't really need. Awesome. All right. But what we can do also is let's just do this and let's hook this guy up. This is an issue. All right. So we'll put that there and then we'll put this guy up there. So he should be able to charge items. We'll put this stuff in and we'll charge all of that up fully. Because these will actually stack in our ME system. They won't stack in my inventory, but they will stack in the ME system. So we'll just come back up here and put these away. We'll look at battery. Yeah, okay. So we have some charged batteries. That's good. That'll keep us from, really running out of power. And we can also just charge extra batteries down there whenever we want to. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. All right, so I'm going to come back in just a minute and get some lazurite dust. Actually, guys, I just realized we are now at the end of the episode. So this has been Mr. Kassarian. I hope you enjoyed my little wiring tutorial here. I did. I enjoyed doing it for you. I enjoy doing all of this stuff for you. Yeah. Anyways, so guys, thank you so much for watching. That should not have gone in there. That should come back out. Impure pile of stone dust. That needs to get processed out. That needs to get processed out in there. Okay, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, I enjoyed recording it for you. Please leave a like, a comment, subscription. Let me know you're out there and let me know that you enjoy what I enjoy, or you enjoy watching what I enjoy doing. Anyways, guys, pack update is up. Pack code is still capital I rotate with a capital R. I rotate. IR capital. I know how to English, really. So, guys, just take a quick look. It's the latest update. It doesn't have the config changes that I just put in. But it should be good enough for now? Question mark. Maybe lobster. Anyways, guys, so let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you're doing. If you guys want to submit quest lines for HQM, feel free to do so. I believe the pack config is right now set for. I believe the pack config is set to create quests right now. So feel free to take a look at that. Probably next episode I'll do a quick tutorial on how to get that going. So guys, this has been Mr. Kasarian. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoyed the episode. Let me know you did. And I'll see you next time.